Hello everyone, myself Tanvi Patel, working as Assistant Professor in Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center, Navsari. Subject is Computer Network and our practical 2 is study of different types of network cables and practically implement the cross-wired cable and straight-through cable using crimping tool. So, our outline is study of different types of network cables. What are networking cables? Networking cables are networking hardware used to connect one network device to another network device or to connect two or more computers to share printers, scanners, etc. Different types of network cables such as coaxial cable, optical fiber cable and twisted pair cables are used depending on the network's physical layer, topology and the size. The devices can be separated by a few meters, that is via Ethernet, or nearly unlimited distance, that is via the interconnection of the internet. Cable is the medium through which information usually moves from one network device to another. There are several types of cable which are commonly used with LANs. In some cases, a network will utilize only one type of cable. Other networks will use a variety of cable types. The type of cable chosen for a network is related to the network's topology, protocol and its size. Understanding the characteristic of different types of cable and how they relate to other aspects of a network is necessary for the development of a successful network. Now, first one is coaxial cable. This cable contains a conductor, insulator, braiding and a sheet. The sheet covers the braiding covers the insulation and the insulation covers the conductor. Here in figure you can see the coaxial cable, how it is being conducted, means how it is being designed. So first is sheath. This is the outer layer of the coaxial cable. It protects the cable from physical damage. That is the outer cover of the coaxial cable, that is sheath. Next is braided shield. This shield protects signals from external interference and noise. This shield is built from the same metal that is used to build the core. Next is insulation. Insulation protects the core. It also helps the core separate from the braided shield. Since both the core and the braided shield use the same metal without this layer, they will touch each other and create a short circuit in the wire. And next is conductor. The conductor carries electromagnetic signal. Now, based on conductor and coaxial cable, it is categorized into two types, that is single core coaxial cable and second is multi-core coaxial cable. So, first is a single core coaxial cable which is use a single central metal, usually copper conductor. Here in figure you can see that it is a single central metal only which is used in single core, and in multi-core cable, coaxial cable uses multiple thin strands of metal wire. Now, coaxial cable in computer networks. The coaxial cable were not primarily developed for the computer network. These cables were developed for only general purpose. They were in use even before computer networks came into existence. They are still used, even this use in computer network has been completely discontinued. At the beginning of computer networking, when there were no dedicated media cables available for computer network administrator began using coaxial cable to build computer networks. Because of low cost and long durability, coaxial cables were used in computer networking for nearly 2 decades, that is in 80s and in 90s. Coaxial cable are no longer used to build any type of computer networks. Now next is specification of coaxial cable. Coaxial cable have been in use for the last 4 decades. During this year, based on several factors such as the thickness of the sheath, the metal of the conductor, and the material used in insulation, hundreds of specifications has been created to specify the characteristic of a coaxial cable. Here in the figure, you can see in the table, you can see the type, ohm, AWG, conductor, and the description of the coaxial cables. So, coaxial cable uses RG rating to measure the material used in shielding and conducting cores. RG stands for the radio guide. That is, coaxial cable mainly uses radio frequencies in transmission. Impedance is the resistance that controls the signals. It is expressed in the ohms, and AWG stands for American wire gauge. It is used to measure the size of the core. The large the AWG size, the smaller the diameter of the core wire. Now next is twisted pair cable. The twisted pair cable was primarily developed for computer networks. This cable is also known as Ethernet cable. Almost all modern LAN computer networks use this cable. This cable consists of color-coded pair of insulated copper wire. Every two wires are twisted around each other to form a pair. In figure you can see the pair of twisted pair cables. Usually there are 4 pairs. Each pair has one solid color and one striped color wire. Solid colors are blue, brown, green and orange. In striped color, the solid color is mixed with the white color. Based on how pairs are stripped in the plastic sheet, there are 2 types of twisted pair cable, that is unshielded twisted pair cable and shielded twisted pair cable. In unshielded twisted pair cable, all pairs are wrapped in a single plastic sheath, and in shielded twisted pair cable, each cable is wrapped with an additional metal shield. Then all pairs are wrapped in a single outer plastic sheath. You can see in figure. Now, similarities and difference between shielded twisted pair and unshielded twisted pair cables. Both shielded and unshielded twisted pair cable can transmit data at 10 Mbps, 100 Mbps, 1 Gbps and 10 Gbps. Since the STP cable contains more materials, it is more expensive than the UTP cable. Both cables use the same RJ45 connector. The STP provides more noise and EMI resistant than the UTP cable. The maximum segment length for both cables is 100 meters or 328 feet. Both cables can accommodate a maximum of 1024 nodes in each segment. The following table lists the most common and popular category of the twisted pair cable. Here in the table you can see the most common and popular category of the twisted pair. Cat 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 are outdated and not used in any modern LAN networks. Cat 7 is still a new technology and now commonly used. And Cat 5e, 6 and 6a are the commonly used twisted pair cables, which you have seen in the following table. So next is fiber optic cable. This cable consists of core, cladding, buffer and a jacket. The core is made from the thin strands of glass or plastic that can carry data over the long distance. The core is wrapped in the cladding. The cladding is wrapped in the buffer and the buffer is wrapped in the jacket. That is the fiber optic cable. So, core carries the data signal in the form of the light. Cladding reflects light back to the core. Buffer protects the light from leaking. The jacket protects the cable from physical damage. Now, fiber optic cable is completely immune to EMI and RFI. This cable can transmit data over a long distance at the highest speed. It can transmit data up to 40 kilometers at the speed of 100 gigabytes per second. Fiber optic uses light to send data. It reflects light from one end to another. Based on how many beams of light are transmitted at a given time, there are two types of fiber optic cable, that is SMF and MMF. Now, what is SMF? SMF means single mode fiber optic cable. This cable carries only a single beam of light. This is more reliable and supports much higher bandwidth and long distance than the MMF cable. This cable uses a laser as the light source and transmit 1300 to 1550 nanometer wavelength of light. And next is MMF, that is multi-mode fiber optic cable. This cable carries multiple beams of light. Because of multiple beams, this cable carries much more data than the SMF cable. This cable is used in shorter distances. This cable uses an LED as the light source and transmit 850 or 1300 nanometer wavelength of light. So now next is implementing cross-wired cable using crimping tool. Ethernet cabling has been standard in networking installation for years. It's the fastest way of connecting pieces together to your router or a central switch. A good network cabling can go for 100 meter or more at a gigabyte speed. So these are the tools which are used to connect two PCs and pass data. So what is cross-wired cable? An Ethernet cross-wire cable, also known as a crossed cable, connects two Ethernet network devices to each other. These cables were created to support temporary host-to-host networking in situations where an intermediate device such as a network router is not present. Crossover cables look almost identical to ordinary straight-through Ethernet cables, but the internal wiring structure are different. A crossover cable connects two devices on the same type. The end of a patch cable can be wired in any way as long as both ends are identical. Compared to straight-through Ethernet cable, the internal wiring of a crossed over cable reverses the transmit and receive of the signal. So, the reversed colored coded wire can be used through the RJ45 connector at the end of the cable. Standard cables have an identical sequence of colored wire on each end. Crossover cables have the first and third wire counting from left to right crossed as well as the second and sixth. Here you can see in figure the crossover connection, how they are connected. Now sheath of crossed wire cable, how they are connected, both the ends A and B. Here in figure you can see. Now in order to make your own Ethernet crossover cable, you will need crimping tool, RJ45 connector and cables. Now to start construction of the device, begin by threading shield onto the cables. Next, strips approximately 1.5 cm of cable shielding from both ends. The crimping tool has a round area to complete this task. After you will need to untangle the wires. There should be 4 twisted pair. Referencing back to the sheet, arrange them from top to bottom. One end should be in arrangement A and the other in arrangement B, which you have seen in figure first. Now, once the order is correct, bunch them together in a line, and if there are any that stick out further than others, snip them back to create an even level. The difficult aspect is placing them into the RJ45 plug without messing up the order. To do so, hold the plug with the clip side facing away from you and have the gold pins facing towards you as shown in the figure. Now, next is push the cable right inside it. The notch at the end of the plug needs to be just over the cable shielding, and if it is not, that means that you are stripping off too much shielding. Simply snip the cable back a little more. You can see in the figure. Now, after the wires are securely sitting inside the plug, insert it into the crimping tool and push down. It should be shaped correctly, but pushing too hard can crack the fragile plastic plug. So don't push so hard, push it lightly, and lastly repeat for the other end but use diagram B instead of diagram A. To test it, plug it into and attempt to connect two computers directly. This is how you can crimp the RJ45 using the RJ45 connector and connect the LAN cables. Thank you.